Well, the butterflies are definitely coming around, and they like the zinnias. Let's go here. Have a new zinnia that we didn't have last year. Nice little white and red striped. And we also have a lot of other flowers. I forget what these are called, but they were in the wildflower bag of seeds that I put out here. And all these over here, different color. And this guy is going to just pose right there for me. Oh, there's a yellow guy right there. Anyway, there's a bunch more flowers over there in the shade. Oh, here's a totally white zinnia I hadn't seen before. Boy, I'm in the way of these butterflies. They want to land right here where I am. I'm having a hard time seeing the screen, so I hope they're coming out. They don't seem to mind the camera. Alright, let's try a walk around. I don't know if I can walk around. It's actually so grown up now. But starting here at this little gate, we have a wall of beans. Most of them are the long Asian beans that you see hanging there. And here's our permanent railing set up for beans. They're up to 8 feet tall and very long. Most of what's over here are flowers, but there's these elephant ear things mixed in here. That's Lonnie's, I don't know, root vegetable that she gets. She'd have to tell you about it, but she's not here. She went to work. Alright, so all of this on the ground, with a few exceptions of some zinnias, are all sweet potatoes. And they go all the way down there. So, let's see if I can work my way through here to the other side where her tomatoes and eggplant and all. Here's a bean. Look at the bean. Ooh, long bean. There seems to be some kind of squash that's mixed in here. She said that it's not producing any squash. It's got to be, though. It's all over the place here. I think she might be afraid to get down in here and take a look. And this this stuff right here, believe it or not, is asparagus. She hadn't brought any asparagus in, probably because she's not picking. I think it's down near the ground. I don't see any squash, but the plant runs all through here. All right, let's keep going. Let's turn the corner. Oh, there's more asparagus right there. Big plant. I don't know if she's getting any use out of it. So here's a tomato plant, but it's being taken over by, looks to me like a bean. It's climbing up through there. Same thing over here. Tomatoes, a little bit down there. We made some salsa last night with about 20-25 tomatoes that look like these little guys here. And then down here some more. And over here there's a bunch of little ones. We don't usually have very good luck with tomatoes. And again, all this frilly little foreign looking thing is asparagus. All down in here. And then more beans. Here is my bean. My beans are mixed in a little. They're just mixed in. They came back. I planted them about 3 years ago. They didn't do anything. And so I took down all the woodwork that was for them to grow on, and then they started growing on their own last year, and now more this year. So they're mixed in here. But anyway, that's a regular green bean for most of us. And so her eggplant, ooh, that one's not looking too good. But she's been getting eggplant. I don't know how much, but there's several on here. There's a couple back in there. 3 of them back in there. Anyway, it's eggplant. And for one thing, they're not getting enough sunlight over here, because the big bumblebee tree that's outside the garden shields half of it from the morning sun. So then once the sun gets up here, it's good, but then it immediately comes over here to these trees. So we get a window of about 4 hours right here of direct sun on this half, which probably isn't good. So I'm thinking about during the winter take down the bumblebee tree. And here's some okra. A little bit of okra right there. The okra usually does real good. It's usually up to about 8 feet tall. But the problem is you don't pick them that in time. She lets them stay on too long. But the garden is in rows, proper rows. And I think she found that she can get more in the same space by doing rows. This is an apple tree that she put from seed. I don't think they're going to give us apples. It's just taking up nutrients in her garden, but she thinks she's going to get some apples. There's some okra and banana peppers. That's a different type of pepper. I think those are hot, not banana, but she has a little bush in here somewhere that puts out these little tiny Thai peppers. Very hot. And I believe there's some turnips or beets mixed in here somewhere. Here's one of the little bushes with the hot peppers. Here's jalapenos. Jalapenos. A bug is eating that one. Boy, they're gonna set that bug on fire. Here's some more jalapenos hanging out here. Oh, and here's a bunch of jalapenos. And 5 of those went into the salsa last night. It's pretty hot. Pretty hot. Here's another banana pepper. Some more jalapenos. And some more banana. Bunch of them on there. Bunch of banana peppers. And then some more tomatoes over there. Lots of banana peppers here. Look at here. Well, this plant's got a lot of them. One big one hanging down over there. Okay. And so here's the end of the beans on the fence. The fence was put up to keep all our little doggies out of the garden way back when. And so we just kept it up. And I had to put a little rabbit fence on the bottom half. You can see the smaller openings to keep the rabbits out. Most of the time we don't have any rabbits, but one year we had a real bad rabbit infestation. So beans wanting to go up my light. Solar light is up there, a receiver. The cell is up there. Runs a wire over to the shed. So there's a light inside. It comes on when I open that door at night. So back to the beans. Beans. Very heavy down there, but you can see they're kind of thin out a little bit here because of the bumblebee tree. So I really think the bumblebee tree is going to have to go in the burn pile next spring. So sweet potatoes, we'll see how they do. I mean, they do good on top, but sometimes she doesn't have as many potatoes as she would like or hope. Trixie, I see you snuck in over there. I don't know if you eat anything in here, but well, the little babies did. Jeannie and Lucy and Sam and Stacy would come over here and eat. And then Bruce, I don't know if he would eat, but he would accompany the gardener everywhere she went. Miss Trixie, what you looking for? Huh? That's bumblebee trimmings right there. I'm trying to keep it where I can get underneath and mow the grass. So I'm always trimming stuff off of that tree and piling it here. It'll get burned in the spring. All right, anything good? No? Okay, and here's the other gate, which has been opened and closed so many times that these parts broke off from these parts over here. So I'll have to fix that sometime. And again, this winter time, there's going to be a lot of trimming done here. Cut the neighbor. Well, that's not even neighbors. This is a little piece of no man's land between yards right here that he thinks is his land, but he's mistaken. It's no man's land, about 10 feet wide. Before it drastically drops down a hill down to his house. He's about, shoot, we're even with up way half of his roof right here. So it drops way down to his backyard over there. And so I think that'll be about it. Trixie, you got anything to say? Huh? What you finding over here? Oh, you're eating something. What are you eating? Huh? What you doing? All right. She knows the squirrels come over in here. And she has to come on patrol once in a while. So, all right, that's the garden here on, what is it, 18 August 2026.